Hello, boys and girls, men and women of all ages, welcome to this wonderful game called Dawn of War Soulstorm. I actually wanted to play this just to show and I'm recording this because I'm hoping that I'll be able to explain a little bit more about the Warhammer 40k universe to my friends. A few of my friends know a little bit of things here and there. They know maybe the art or whatnot. Maybe they've seen stuff, but I wanted to show them. Hopefully use this video and the series to come after to explain more of the world. So let's go into it and let's do... I actually tried doing this video in hard, but the race I'm going to be playing as, we're up against the Necrons, and they are some of the toughest opponents to fight. And it did not make... And while I can defeat them in hard, I have to focus really hard on the fighting and a lot less on the talking and explaining of the universe. So we're actually going to do normal this time around, just so I can be a little bit more lax in my strategic play and be able to explain and talk.
It was the sudden appearance of a warp storm at the Kauriva system's outer edge that first caught the attention of the Imperium, and not just the Imperium. After hundreds of years under the neglectful watch of the Imperial Guard, nearly every force in the galaxy would descend upon the planet of Kauriva, bent only on domination and victory. Three races had long dwelled in there. The Imperial Guard, its supposed rulers, the Orc tribes of Kauriva II, which the Guard had never successfully put down, and the Necron, who had slept undisturbed for untold millennia beneath Kauriva III. Where the Chaos Marines came from, or how, none could say. Did the Warp Storm bring them, or did they bring the Warp Storm? Appeared suddenly on Kauriva IV, and in an eye blink, half the system's Imperial forces were gone, killed or claimed by the madness of chaos. In quick succession, the others brought to Kauriva. The Space Marines, the Imperium's super soldiers, descended on Kauriva II, planning to finally cleanse the system, both of the troublesome orcs and the Chaos Marines, the sworn mortal enemies. The Tau appeared next, not far above, on one of the planet's moons. In the interests of protecting its ordered empire from the effects of human folly, the Tau came seeking to contain the Warp Storm, and in so doing, expand the territory's border. On their moon, they built a mighty fortress, and there forged a space cannon capable of interplanetary devastation. Among the wastes of Kauriva III, the Necrons, perhaps awakened by the disruptive forces of the Warp Storm, slowly massed their lethal legions. In quick response, webway gates, long unused, flickered to life, and Eldar poured forth, ready to battle their dark, death-dealing adversaries. Meanwhile, in the shadow of an ancient portal gate, the dark Eldar slipped stealthily out of the murky depths of the webway. They would be like carrion birds, flying above the battlefield, and when all were weary from the fight, make the battlefield into a feasting ground. Last to arrive, and perhaps most to be feared, were the Sisters of Battle, holy maidens and bearers of the God Emperor's faith. They had come to cleanse the system of corruption and filth. Their faith left them fanatical, unafraid of death and solace in their cause. Nothing here was clean. All must be purged. Now, war rages anew, and only the victorious may write their history. Only the victorious will claim the planets of Kaurava.
Alright, so that little video showed and introduced to you all the races that are involved in this game. That's one of the things that... And so this is Dawn of War, the first one, and this is actually the third expansion for the Dawn of War series. But there actually is a Dawn of War 2 and 3, but Dawn of War 1 remains in my heart like one of the funnest ones to play. The one I enjoyed the most playing. And, you know, with each expansion that they came out with, they added more and more races until now we're at the third one. And we have 9 different armies that we can play as. So right before I started this recording, or I should say the last day, yesterday I sent out a message to my friends through social media asking them, it's like, hey, I'm going to do a playthrough and I want you to pick which army I'm going to play. Although I told them that I was going to play a game, I just didn't tell them what game I was going to play. And I didn't tell them that I was going to play an army, I told them, it's like, I have 9 options. And I want you to pick which army I'm going to play by picking the options. Anyways, so one of the things I did is I told them, it's like, since most of them don't know what the Warhammer 40,000 universe is, but I still wanted their participation, what I did is I actually told them, it's like, hey, let's imagine, if you will, you're at a fortune teller that has tarot cards, and just pick your fortune, your fate, based off of the cards. And so, so they had no idea that this little mini game was going to choose which army I chose here. And the first person that responded, so what I did is I assigned a card to each of these races that would best describe a little bit of what they were about. So Chaos, I assigned the monster card. The Dark Eldar, I assigned the petty card, but in retrospect I probably should have put the sadist, because that's what they're all about. They love inflicting torment on people. The Eldar was assigned the Oracle. The Imperial Guard was assigned the Farmer. The Necrons were assigned the Death card. The Beast card. The Priestess was the Sisters of Space Marines, and the Archer as the Tau. And the first person to respond picked the Oracle card. Well, they were actually split between the Oracle and the Beast card, and when I described them a little bit, they went with the Oracle. So, out of respect to the friend that responded first, I'm going to be playing as the Eldar. The next person to reply picked the Necrons, the Death card, and in my personal opinion, I love the Necrons. They are my favorite race to play, but just so it wasn't favored on my personal opinion, I asked my friends, first one to respond, the Eldar. So the Eldar are an ancient race. They've lived and existed centuries, maybe even eons before humankind ever entered the picture. So the Eldar have advanced technology, and they also have very powerful psychic commanders that they call Farseers. So the Eldar, let me read their little description. You are Farseer Kyries. I'm very bad at pronunciation, so moving on. Leading the armies of Craftworld Uthwe. In visions you have seen the great danger that looms over Kaurava. The foolish, younger races cannot be trusted to deal with the Necrons, Dark Eldar, or the armies of Chaos. Make use of your superior speed and stealth to outwit all who obstruct you. So the Eldar are not... even though they are an ancient race, they are a race that are kind of being slowly... They're on the decline. And they travel the space between stars they don't colonize worlds per se, but they do have these large spaceships that they call craft worlds. And I would guess that about the size of a craft world is maybe about the size of a moon, maybe a little bit bigger. The best lore that you can get from all these races is from these books called codexes. And the original company who made the Warhammer tabletop 40,000K game is the Games Workshop. And they have like these very complicated rules to follow to play and field this tabletop game. But that's why I'm playing it on the computer, because it's a little bit simpler to play. A little bit easier and simpler to play. But anyways, I've never actually gotten a codex for an Eldar, so the information that I have for them is just gleaned off of their monthly publication that they call the White Dwarf. It usually has like all sorts of, it advertises all of their products, but they also have a lot of lore and story context stuff in there. So that's what a lot of my information about the Eldar is going to come from. Anyways, the Eldar, they look humanoid, but they are very alien to humans. They have, if I remember right, they have very tall, very skinny, lithe bodies. Their fingers are longer and have more joints in them than humans, so even using their guns or their weapons feels a little bit awkward to a human. Let's see here. Their eyes are pure black. No irises, if I remember right. Anyways, we are playing as this Farseer, and the Farseers have the ability to see into the future, and they use this ability to decide what's best for their race. And one of the ways that they describe how they're able to see the future is that they follow threads. Constitutes a choice that a person or themselves make, and they'll follow these threads, which will branch out into more threads, which will branch out into more threads, and they will spend years just following these branches to figure out what is the best way to keep their society alive, because they're on the decline. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get into the game, and we'll start as the Eldar. So here we have the wonderful system of Karava. The planets Karava 1, 2, 3, and 4 with individual moons. We are on Karava 3, next to the Eldar's hated enemy, the Necrons. I'm going to actually click this button. We don't need tutorial. I'm going to click this button to highlight where we are. If I click again, it'll highlight all of them. But let's highlight us. So this is the world map, the campaign map. Our army is the blue dot. Other armies are represented by their color, but another dot as well. And this is our starting territory. We only have one, and the computer has given the Necrons the entirety of this planet. So we need to fight to take over these territories. I can attack any one of these three, but if you notice, there's a little number associated with each territory. 2, 3 for this one, and 5 for this one. If I click on it, this 2 represents the strength of the territory. So this 2, the higher the number, the stronger the defense. So if I highlight this, a measure of how entrenched the province owner is. The higher the number, the more skilled the opponent will be, or resources that they have available to them. Just to start out, let's go ahead and attack the weakest one. Let's just start slow and let's build ourselves up. If we attack this location, we'll also get 50 requisition. Requisition is the game's way of telling you that this is resources, supplies, ammunition, all that kind of stuff that helps you wage war. If we take over this territory, we'll get an extra 50 per turn to be able to spend. And we can spend that to reinforce our positions, either with units or with buildings. One of the things that you'll see is that we have in our main area, one of the bonuses we get, each stronghold has a bonus that it gives to its respective race. Once we take over that stronghold, we will get the bonus for ourselves, but we start out with Fleet March. Advanced road and transport systems allows for extremely fast movement within your own territories. Move up to 3 territories distance in your turn, but they can only be within our own territory. Fleet March does not allow you to attack multiple times. So we have 1 attack per turn, but because of our Fleet March, if we have more territories, we can position our army in any territory we want as long as it's within 3 spaces. Let's go ahead and attack. The bonus that we get here is an honor guard, and I'll explain that a little bit more once we take over this area. So this is a strength 2 in the context, the information scouting that we get. Enemy commander is a skilled combatant. The enemy force likely consists of basic infantry. The enemy has a single base. So when attacking here, we know we only have to worry about 1 opponent. As those military strength numbers gets higher, it'll talk about they have advanced infantry and military or vehicles, or we'll have to face more than 1 opponent. Here we're into our map. This is a very large map, but one of the things we need to do to start our economy, we need squads. And squads will help us get these strategic points. These points will give us requisition. Right now, our base is giving us 20 requisitions.
What needs to be done?
This is our commander.
How can we help?
The first squad that comes out is a Guardian squad. These are the basic squads that we can build right now. As we progress further in technology and resources, we can get better stuff.
Come on, we will fulfill our duty.
Let's go ahead and tell these Guardian squads to collect some of these requisition points.
Respond in kind. All Eldar must answer the call. We cannot fail.
Alright, now we have our builders. They're called Bone Singers. Let's build a portal. Although this white spot shows where we can build. We cannot build outside this white spot, but we can build within it. Since that's very small, let's go ahead and actually build a webway gate, which will increase the size of the white area that we can build. These guys,
How can we help?
let's go ahead and watch them capture this point. Flag planted, and this little bar that shows that they are currently trying to capture this. Once it fills, it's mine, and I'll get extra requisition for owning it. So this gives 6 requisition. Not very much, but these builders can build something called, right here, a listening shrine. They can only be built on listening posts or strategic points. Alright, so now our webway is built. Now when we try to build, our white spot has increased. So let's go ahead and build aspect portals. These will allow us to build some of the basic infantry that the Eldar can produce.
My music
Okay,
is
this Bone Singer's done building here, so I want them. Since there's more listening posts,
showing you
let's
place that is ready to receive the gift of the
build
Eldar.
more. Let's get one more builder.
Our mission is successful. How can we Hillcraft World sings to me and I respond in kind?
Bone Singers
Shall I play the music first?
are. What else can I say about them? The Eldar use like a special kind of stone that they use to build all of their stuff. It's called spirit stones.
We are under the just
Oh, we're being attacked.
our wishes is your wish.
Nothing
Let's
is
get
hidden
our
from my
commander
sight.
over there. When our units are capturing these
Guardian
spots,
squad.
they are completely vulnerable. They cannot attack or defend themselves while they're doing it. So we need to protect them. Let's go to our portals that we've made. We can build a ranger squad. They have long rifles. That's good. Oh, and we can also we can build these upgrades to get more different types of units that are specialized for specific uses. I've talked a lot about requisition, but we actually need some power. We have two resources up here, requisition and power. So we're not generating any power because we have not built any plasma generators.
Success. You will have what you require. Look, it changes.
So let's queue up a few of those power
We return
points.
from exile. We seek the adventure that only war can bring.
Rangers.
What would you have us do? What is your
Looks like-
our mission is
Shall
success.
I
Oh no,
define your next
my
move?
generals followed them all the way to their base. Let's
The
come back.
logic is clear.
We are here to fulfill our duty. What is your wish?
Alright,
How can
what I'm
we
doing
help?
right now is I'm increasing the strength of the squad. Squads come in there at a basic unit size of 4 for the Guardians. But we can
What
get
is your
a total of
wish?
9. And to get more, we have to spend 30 requisition
What is
to
your
fill out the
wish?
squad.
You call this
Our
back.
ranger squad is ready.
We
Let's have them
yearn
join
to
our forces in
wander.
the field.
Command me to build.
Bone Singer, let's have them build more of these.
It changes as I play.
This spot right here is called a critical location.
Danger.
We
has
cannot build a listening post on critical locations.
Guardian squad.
They only
ready.
give, they still only give 6 requisition, but we do get
Fate delivers me.
All Eldar must.
sight from this.
The enemy will heed our warnings, or they will be
Alright,
slain.
I'm trying not to get these guys into melee, because
They are closing in.
their melee is 10 to 16, but their range is 16 to 20, so their range is a lot better. Do not want them. Let's go ahead and use her ability. Since she's our commander, she has these special abilities, and since she's a psychic, she has these very strong psychic abilities. That one was a Psychic Storm. Creates a Psychic Storm to annihilate enemies. Left click and target location. Does good damage to all infantry units. War Mines. Destroys an enemy mines. This is more like take a single target unit takes massive damage. And Guide is a buff. Increase a temporary bonus to weapon accuracy. So let's put on. No, they're actually range damage is a lot less than the Guardians. Anyways, we built these listening posts to protect our strategic points. An enemy cannot take these unless they destroy the listening post. But we can increase the defensive. We can upgrade these to increase their defensive capabilities, so that they have more health and they produce more requisition and can attack. So now the normal requisition spot only gave us 6, but now with a listening post on it gives us 12 requisition. So let's go ahead and do that. This is a research item that we can get that will make our rangers use the infiltration ability Infiltrating units are invisible to most enemies. Infiltrating units can attack without revealing themselves. So, let's go ahead and do that. That sounds like a good upgrade. Banshees are the close combat specialists. They have swords. They're effective against infantry and heavy infantry, so they'll be able to take out some of the really... And Necrons, almost all their units count as heavy infantry, so they have good armor and health. So we're going to take these to deal with whatever the Necrons are going to throw at us. But our units are still going to need upgrades, so we're going to build a Soul Shrine. And this will allow us to get upgrades for our infantry. We have 3 power, 30 power. We have a lot of requisition coming in, not a lot of power. Since we have a lot of requisition, let's go ahead and build some more power. Let's get, so these are some upgrades that we can get for our units. Fleet of foot research. Let's make them faster but less accurate. It's a toggle ability we can turn on and off. So if they're dying, we can have them run away, retreat, regroup. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's look at these other upgrades. Mysticism. Warlocks gain the Conceal ability, reduces the amount of range damage received by the squad. Warlocks
We are the messengers of doom.
are kind of like squad leaders we can add to our guardians. Powerful leader unit, effective against infantry, detects infiltrated units.
We seek the adventure that only war can bring. Guardian Squad.
Let's go ahead and fill out those guardian squads so that they have those. Our melee units have
calling to them.
come here, so let's
All fear the
come with
voice
a.
of death,
They
calling
come
to
out
them.
of the gate as a squad of 4 out of 9. They do 41 to 58 damage melee.
We exist to avenge our sisters.
Let's go ahead. It costs 50 to reinforce them. We have a lot of requisitions, so it doesn't matter. Adding a Banshee
Many are cold, few
hero
survive.
or leader unit. Oh, it also gives them abilities. Improves damage for all units in the squad.
We
Can be
exist to avenge our
upgraded to use a
sisters.
War Shadow ability, effective against infantry and heavy infantry. As you can see, it costs 80 requisition and 25
Exist to avenge our
energy
sisters.
to build that. So it's a good thing we got some
Our
energy
lives have
rolling,
become a
because
great
we're gonna need
Shape
it.
our fate just as we shape it.
Oh, because we got this Soul Shrine, we got a new upgrade that we can start building units called Fire Dragons. And Fire Dragons are effective against vehicles and buildings. So we're going to need them if the enemy fields any vehicles. Farseer, our commander.
My powers
This unit.
are yours now.
So this upgrade, all the way back down here, increases the armor of all friendly units near the Farseer. I like armor. I like my units to survive. Eldritch Storm. That's another Farseer ability. So let's focus more on our squads now. Let's see. Call of War research increases the army of Howling Banshees, making more durable. Increases the power swords of Howling Banshees. The Howling Banshees are our melee units. Increases the movement speed of the Howling Banshees. Upgrades Howling Banshees' power sword to be more powerful. Allows the use of the War Shout ability. When triggered, War Shout does massive morale damage to enemy nearby. We only have 2.
What needs to be done?
We do have 2 melee units, but we do have a lot more ranged units. So let's War Gear Enhanced Optics equips all infantry squads with enhanced optics wood. Increases range weapon accuracy for Guardians, Rangers, Howling Banshees, Dark Reapers, so everything that has a gun. War Gear, Reinforced Armor. Increases the health, maximum health of our units, so let's go ahead and do that. This increases the maximum health of our commander units. Also increases the rechargeability of the unit stuff. So our general right now is actually very weak. Compared to other generals of other armies, she does a lot of damage, but she does not have a lot of health. If you notice, green is their health. If it reaches 0, they die. But there's also another bar here called a morale bar. This reaches 0, then their damage goes to nothing. I mean, they can still do a little bit of damage, but it's very hard for them. The only way to recover morale is to get out of combat. Ranged morale damage, but it regenerates a little bit, even in combat. But it's when you're outnumbered, outgunned, that this starts to fall. We have a pretty sizable force here, with all of them reinforced to full. Our rangers look a little bit transparent, so it means that they're infiltrated. Anyways, let's go ahead and attack. We know that our enemy from our previous adventure with our force here, that they're over here somewhere. What kind of upgrades can we do? Let's do that one. And let's give our infantry plasma bombs that can stun squads and do a little bit of damage.
Naturally. The random hand of fate.
Since our general's a little weak, I'm actually going to change her to ranged. I don't want her to get into combat. Oh, they have... This is a vehicle. We need to get those fire dragons. Oh, and you can see this red around my melee units. This means that their morale is broken. They're trying to recover, but as soon as they get hit by this vehicle, these vehicles are do a lot of damage. So let's see here. Oh, that's right. We can do a guide. We can buff our range damage. And we just did that War Mind on a single unit. Did very good damage to him. These wraiths don't do a whole lot. Oh dear, I'm not paying attention to my wraith, my melee units. They're getting killed. I could have been reinforcing them while I was fighting. Alright, because we're taking a lot of casualties from those vehicles, and we have nothing that will counter them, we need to have our people run away. Let's use our Fleet of Foot ability to make them run faster. Alright, we've regrouped. Let's turn off Fleet of Foot. We do not want these. Dang it. Let's upgrade this so it has some defenses. Upgrade this. Upgrade this. We have lots of resources. This is a ridiculous amount of resources. I've just been taking a lot of time to explain everything. Need to reinforce my units because these spiders are kicking my butts. Let's go ahead and get another fire unit.
The future is clouded and uncertain.
Is this our end?
Oh, in order to advance this portal, our main structure, to the next thing, we need a support portal.
We are shaped by fate.
Support portal is where the Eldar get their vehicles.
What you require. My music is a pillar. We are taking damage as to command.
Let's get these upgrades going. This will increase our power. Let's go back to the battle. I'm ignoring. So we're stabilizing now. Now that we have a counter to these, now we're actually able to kill them and do damage to them. And we can start focusing our damage on some of these other things that are kicking our butts. Okay, we have a grenade. Let's use it against these guys. Our builders can repair stuff, so while they're attacking this building, they're not doing a lot of damage, but they will eventually take it out. We're not doing a lot of damage to them because our units do not do a lot of damage to... The only unit we have that does a lot of damage to heavy units are our Banshees, and they're just outnumbered. So we need to get something that can do damage to heavy infantry.
Has found us.
Thankfully, we have the Dark Reaper Squad. Range combat specialist, effective against infantry and heavy infantry.
There is no victory of the ancestors to beat. Our path is dangerous, but
It cannot be done.
These stupid wraiths, I hate them. They have this ability to make them so that makes time. It is so annoying. And Necrons have a special ability to sometimes get resurrected.
your song shall guide
Their
me.
vehicles can't do that.
We shall not
but their
fail
infantry
the
can.
Craftworld again.
Alright, we have the support portal. Let's go to Mobilize for War Research. More advanced units and abilities. Alright,
We are the Destroyer's agents on this plane.
The enemy
have
cannot
our
hide from my sight. Naturally.
Reapers.
The burden of leadership lies with us traveled. Just name your
I knew
target.
you would have need.
The burden of leadership lies with incoming enemy fire.
Nothing is hidden from my sight.
Alright, let's see. Oh, these are pariahs. These are very strong melee units for the Necrons. But since they are by themselves, they are going to be... Oh no. Looks like when the Necrons rebuild these giant scarab vehicles, they just get up from where they were destroyed. They don't get made at their base. So these will always be annoying because they're close to our front line.
Naturally.
I follow the purity
Nothing
of
is
flame.
hidden from my
Alright,
sight.
now that we have all the tools we need, infantry to attack their infantry, melee units, good ranged units. We actually have two dragons, two flame dragon units. That will be good to take out their buildings and their vehicles. Let's see here. We can build vehicles, we have 0 out of 16. Oh, we need to build more webway gates to increase our infantry squad count and our vehicle squad count.
Incoming enemy fire.
So the upgrade happened.
The mists of space and time retreat from my mind. How can I?
This commander, I can actually, do you see this little icon right here? She can be attached or detached from any squad. If she attaches to the rangers though, they'll become revealed. So let's not do that. Let's instead attach her to... I could attach her to the Banshees. I mean, she has a good melee damage and she has full health right now.
Say our paths must cross.
There is wisdom in your word.
Let's have our fire dragons attack their vehicles
I will sing your
in their
praise
buildings.
now.
As we want to kill them. We've spent way too much time just talking about things, and let's focus on actually killing stuff. Our force is strong enough, big enough that we can take them out. So the most important, we can destroy all these other structures. These are just generators, gives them, the Necrons, their resource. Oh, we got some damage from one of their strategic points. But once this falls, they're out. And we'll go back to the main map. Since we have 2 units of Fire Dragons, they're actually chunking that really hard. If I take them out, all these other people that are shooting their weapons, they'll eventually take it out, but it's a lot slower. Oh, there's their Necron Lord. Let's go ahead. Oh, well, that's gone. You annihilated the enemy. You win. And our commander was almost dead. At the very end there, I saw that. Alright. This right here is an Avatar of War. That's like kind of like that's the single most best unit that the Eldar can field. But you need to tech up a lot to get it. And you have to have a relic point captured. I didn't go into the relic points, but there was one on the map. We passed it, and it was in the very, very center of the map. On the mini-map, it shows up as a kind of like a gold square. Anyways, we earned an Honor Guard, the Banshee Exarch Council. Honor Guard unit. This council is composed of the three eldest Banshee Exarchs from Craft World Ethway. Serve as Kyria's special advisors and personal protectors. Close combat specialist, effective against infantry and heavy infantry. We actually also get a war gear. And a war gear is something that we can equip on our general to make her more powerful. If we hover over this, we actually can see what are all the requirements for getting these war gears. So this one we got for 1 conquest. We conquered 1 territory, so we get a war gear. I can't put my cursor on it, but it shows up right here. I have to keep my cursor on here to make the little pop-up show up. Earn war gear for each of the following accomplishments: for 3-to-1 kill ratio, for 1 conquest, for 5 conquests, for 15 conquests, 2,000 kills, 5,000 kills, 3 defeated enemies, and that's referring to their strongholds. Once you defeat their strongholds, they are out of the race. They are no longer available to attack anywhere. 1 defense, 3 defense, 5 defense. So we get one gear. Once we continue, we'll go immediately into the war gear, and we can see what we can equip our general with. So at the very top, we have these 2 melee options: a Witchblade, a Mighty Force Spear, makes the Farseer a deadly force in melee combat. If we get that, watch her melee damage increase. Awesome. Now she can do, and since we only have 1, and we can only get 1 because we only got 1 achievement, I guess. Commander achievement, 1 conquest. We only get 1. We have to pick which one we want. We can give her. Oh, and if you click on that, you can watch her weapon her model will actually change to reflect the gear that we're getting. Can't show you the Singing Spear because it requires the Witchblade. So that's kind of like a tier 2 melee weapon. If you watch her pistol, it just gets a little bit more. And the damage almost doubles. Or it does double. My math is bad. It's like one off from doubling. A ghost helm. Ghost helm. The helm's crystalline psychic circuitry helps mask the Farseer's spirit in the warp, allowing her to safely tap deeper reserves of power. Increases ability recharge rate and health. So watch your health. That gives her 200 health. And her helmet changes a little bit. What do we want to give her? The breastplate would give her more armor, more health. And it even increases, it says it, oh, protects against melee attacks. So let's see, a Psych Stone. Runes of Witnessing. Oh, this one's kind of important. Runes of Witnessing. These stone runes guide the Farseer's vision, exposing hidden enemies and new sources of psychic power. Reveals infiltrated enemies. Increases ability recharge rate. Some armies don't have a lot of ways of revealing infiltrated units, and infiltrated units can attack you. If you don't have a way of revealing them, then they can attack you with impunity. Eldar, in general, actually have a lot of ways of revealing enemies, so I'm not too worried about getting this. A Soulstone. This warp-attuned crystal will spare the Farseer from physical death while active. Grants an additional ability. While active, the Farseer will not die. Oh, it's a glowy gem. Half tempted to get that. Although, she's taking a lot of damage from melee attacks. So I'll actually want to increase her armor. Alright. We have now captured this location. It's now ours. Its strength is not very high, so... But, that's the end of the turn. I can click and I can look at these locations. I can see how strong they are, what kind of bonuses they give, but for the most part, I'm done. I have to end my turn. And each race will each have a chance to attack. So the Space Marines attacked there, they succeeded. The Guard attacked there, but they failed. It looks like the Sisters tried to attack there and they failed. And those, the Dark Eldar attack and failed. Sometimes the computer won't have them attack, sometimes they will. When they don't attack, I guess you can say they're just building up, they're just trying to be more defensive, building up the requisition to fortify locations. Okay, so the Necrons, they moved to this location. Their army is here. We can look at his honor guard. We can actually... Are you sure? Okay, so we're going to our general... Because we took our battle succeeded, we took the land, now we have access to the honor guard. And it costs 300 requisition to purchase this for our general. And this is an honor guard that will follow our general. Are you sure you want to spend 300 planetary requisition? Yes, I'm sure. Now there's a red outline, meaning it's active. If we want to, we can look at what war gear is active on our general. We want the breastplate, increases her health, and it protects her against melee attacks. So, we can use her as a better melee combatist now, since she'll take reduced damage from melee. So, who should we attack now? And I'll probably only do one more attack, and then I'll end the video. Don't want to go too long. Oh. This location gives us 100 requisition. This one gives us 50, so now we're getting 150. So once we start acquiring more and more and more, we're getting a lot more requisition. And we can start using that to... We can use it to reinforce our positions. So this location we just built, or we just took over, and now has a strength of 1 because we took out all the resources the enemy had, but now it's ours. And to increase that strength, we have to spend requisition to reinforce it. So we can put buildings down so that we can speed up our tech advancement, or we can put units down to just, attack sooner or take those strategic points. I don't think we need to reinforce it right now because we're going to be on the attack again. Attacking this location, it's a strength of 3, and it's a Viper. Will give us a kind of like the most basic vehicle Eldar could use. Only effective against infantry, but they're very fast. They can reposition, and they're vehicles, so a lot of times other infantry have a hard time dealing with. Infantry usually sometimes have a hard time dealing with vehicles. So the enemy army, Necron army, is right here. That's signified by their dot. This honor guard has builder units, so so he can build really fast. He can build his base really fast, but I'm not really worried that he'll attack me because he doesn't have any honor guard. We can recon location, strength 4, only gives us 25 requisition, and the bonus, ancient gates. The owner of this territory gains access to its ancient gate. Ancient gates are an ancient technology allowing rapid movement between planets. Because of the warp storm, they are the only means of interplanetary travel. Ancient gates allow travel to other specific gates, except for lacunae. So this warp storm makes it impossible for spaceships to travel. So the only way to travel from planet to planet is to use these gates. And you can see the path that this gate will take us to by this blue line, blue-white line. So even though that they're, and you can see these little gate icons, they look a lot like Eldar webway gates. Those ones that we use to increase our squad caps. So if we take this location, we can actually travel to this moon and to this planet. And even though this location has the webway gates, we cannot travel there unless we go to a connecting one. If you'll notice, this is the Dark Eldar's location gate, or stronghold. It's lacunae. Their webway gate allows, their special ability is that their webway gate allows them to forget these lines and go to any webway they want to. But these webway gates cannot go to this one. So they have special access with their webway gates. Once we take over their stronghold, we will have access. We'll have use of their special webway gate. Begin every battle with a small bonus to all resources. Okay. Rangers. I kind of want to attack this general, the Necron army, because if I defeat them, they'll lose their honor guards, and they'll have to start from scratch. And if he is given any more time to build up his honor guard, then he might actually start having military units. So let's attack him. Let's trim him down. Skilled combatant likely consists of a basic. Infantry has a single large base because this is a strength 4. Capture and hold over half. Okay, so down here, you can't see my cursor. Right above the loading screen it says capture and hold. Here we go. Capture and hold over half of the critical locations in this map to win. So we actually don't have to destroy the enemy. We just have to control half of the critical locations to win.
Do not fly.
So here's our honor guard.
Clouded and uncertain.
The Banshees, you can see that they're honor guard because they have the little special commander rim around them.
No enemy
Let's have
can
them
stand
start
before our
collecting.
blades.
My music is a pillar upon which all worlds
We need
have
to
been
start
built.
building webway gates.
My music will shape the
I want to
earth.
build 2 of them so I can base here.
We will
It's protected by
fulfill
these
our
mountains. But I want to use this space to build.
duty. How can
Oh,
we help?
our guardians are out. Let's have them
Nothing is
capture.
hidden from my sight.
Let's have our general go
Follow
out
my
here and just
king.
kind of keep a lookout. Let's get another builder going.
How can we help?
We will protect this area with our lives.
We cannot fail. Craft world sings to me and I respond. My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds
Build a
have been
listening
built.
post at this location, increase our
Harsh
requisition.
vengeance.
Oh, we also need to start getting plasma generators
Command
down.
me to build. Look, it changes as I play.
So their builders are called
Success.
Bone Singers. All of
My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds
Eldar
have been
materials are made of like this bone stone. Bone.
built. We are here to fulfill our duty.
Anyways, like I said,
We
some of the
are
lore I
shaped
don't
by
know
fate just
perfect.
as
I don't have
we
the perfect
should.
knowledge of, but it's the special kind of like living bone stone material that they use all their structures. And the Bone
My
Singers, they
music
just
is a pillar upon which whole
let's
worlds
see,
have
you
been
can
built.
kind of see her, kind of just blowing her little flute to build the location, build the structure. All right, we want more requisition coming in, so let's upgrade this. What are you guys doing? Let's have you. Oh, we need to capture critical locations to win this one. So
Our
let's have you
cries
guys
herald the coming
capture.
of great pain for our enemies.
Guardian squad, ready.
I sense the enemy. They are closing in.
Let's have these guys move to the middle location,
Closing
capture
in on the
that.
objective.
My honor guard will capture this top location. Since there's 3 critical locations, that will be over 50% of them. And I'll be able to start winning.
We are shaped by fate just as we shape it.
Let's see here. Do we need another builder? I actually would like another builder. Because we need to get our portals, aspect portals going. We need better infantry.
Sings to me and I respond in kind.
I'd like to build 2 of these so I can, if my army dies, I can rebuild them really quickly. Let's give them the fleet of foot.
Command me to build.
And let's oh, cannot build this because we need more power and more requisition. We do
Show
not
me a
have
place
nearly
that's
enough.
ready to receive the
Uh-oh.
gift of the Eldar. Danger has found us. Is
That's
your
not
wish.
good.
Together, we are here to fulfill our duty.
We are the
They're
messengers
capturing
of
that just
pain.
fine.
My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds have been built. We are
We actually
shaped
have
by
a
fate
lot.
just
Since
as
this map
we
is a little bit
shape it.
smaller,
Our
we do not
mission
have
is
nearly
success.
enough
Enemy cannot hide from my sight.
requisition. Let's use her ability to take out that general. Try to hit him a little
We
bit
are here
harder.
to fulfill our
Let's
duty.
start filling out
What
these
needs
squads.
to be done?
Remember, she has reduced damage taken from melee attacks, so
I sense the
I mean,
enemy.
she's still getting beat up because these units hit very hard in melee.
The future seems so
Let's use her ability to increase the damage of our fellows. Oh no! The Wraith got back up again. Oh, and he's using his ability that makes him immune to damage.
To the fight. We are shaped by fate just as we shape it.
If he goes to my base, these listening posts that I upgraded will shoot him down, so I'm not too worried about him.
The mists of space and time retreat from my mind. I sense the enemy. They are closing in.
All Eldar
let's just make him move a little bit faster to try and capture him. Gotta chase him down, but apparently he's faster than us.
Yes.
Alright,
Guardian Squad.
let's take this over. Let's start capturing the territory.
The future seems so clear.
He has 27, 21, 30
The
health.
mists of space and
Let's just let him
time
run.
retreat
He'll
from my
probably
mind.
regenerate a lot of that, but oh well. And again, they used their stupid ability that makes them immune to damage.
Nothing is hidden from my sight.
Alright, what do we need to
My
upgrade?
music
Let's,
is a pillar upon which whole worlds have been built.
let's get
Come
building.
on, me to build. You will have what you
We'll
require.
need more power, especially if we want to get some
My
vehicles.
music will
Let's
shape the
try to get some
rainbow.
vehicles in this match going. Oh, we need the Soul Shrine to build the support portal.
How can we help?
Let's
How
get
can we
these
help?
guys warlocks, increase their damage and reduce their damage. Oh, well, they only reduce damage if I can get this. Need more requisition. There we go. Our webway gates actually have special abilities as well. A shroud ability allows webway gates to cloak nearby Eldar buildings. Oh, we captured the location and I was speaking over it, but there was a voice that said capture of the territory in 6-7 minutes. So we have 2 out of 3, 66%. This countdown, once it doesn't matter if the enemy is still here, if he has a superior force than us, as long as this reaches 0, we win. Let's get some Banshees and some Reapers. But we don't have enough requisition. We need more requisition. Let's
We are under
actually get some
enemy fire.
Rangers. I'm gonna have the Rangers run around and get more requisition for me. Stupid rates.
6 minutes until taken hold victory.
The random hand of fate
harbingers of
delivers me to doom.
Let's use our mine ability on him. Ha!
The
Sucker.
mists of space and time retreat from my mind. Show them the face of their destroyer.
Alright, I used all of her abilities. The Psychic Storm to attack, and that Wraith got back up.
We return from exile.
Stupid Wraith. Yeah, Necron's just generally just... You can... Let's see here. Nope. None of them are getting back up. They're dead. Let's see if he'll get back up. Oh, he's gonna get back up. Dang it. He's repairing himself. Alright.
We walk the path less traveled.
Let's
We
get some
approach the
more
designated
5
resources
minutes
coming in.
until
Hear
taken
the voice
hold
of
victory.
damage.
Alright. I want them to reinforce these guys as fast as I can, so I activated their fleet of foot. So now they'll run as fast, they'll run really pretty quickly. We got some upgrades coming in. Let's increase our Banshee's ability. And let's also increase their armor. And let's increase the damage of our ranged units. Alright.
My music is a pillar upon
Ah,
which
yes.
whole worlds have been built.
Support. Let's build more webway gates. And then we'll build the support one around here. Anyways, let's try that shroud ability. I'll read it real quick. Allows webway gates to cloak nearby Eldar buildings. When activated, cloaked buildings are invisible to most enemies. When active, the webway gate cannot perform other actions. Okay, so it's kind of like a defensive thing.
4 minutes until taken hold victory.
We are shaped by fate just as
Let's
we
actually
shape
put
it.
a webway gate right
You will
here.
have what you require.
Because the other thing you can do with webway gates is they act as transporters. Since it's a webway gate, it's kind of like you can travel
It is now
between
you're
the
under
world
enemy
between worlds.
fire.
We can send units into these webway gates, and we can have them pop out on this side, completely negating the hassle of traveling.
We exist to avenge our sisters.
The burden of leadership lies with us.
Okay. Oh, the general's attacking us. And now he has the ability to turn invisible, like the Wraiths. Or is that just another Wraith? I think that's the Necron Lord. Yeah, it's the Necron Lord. Alright, let's lose the mind ability on him. He takes massive damage now. Alright, let's get some Reapers. And let's get some Fire Dragon research done.
We are shaped by fate just
Build the
as we
support
should.
portal. And that's... Okay, so now it's no longer a research ability, it's a activated ability.
You have need.
Now they're invisible.
We
Okay, so
approach
this
the
is what I was talking
designated
about earlier.
target.
This is a relic site. These are required to build your best units.
We are under enemy fire.
Uh-oh.
I sense
Oh
the
no!
enemy. They are closing in. Follow my lead. Quickly.
This is the War Shout ability. Enemy units near the Exarch will have their morale decreased. That's why they're called Banshees.
2 minutes until take and hold victory.
Let's get this. This is like a extra armor just for being around the Farseer. We need that. Oh no! Our Farseer's about to die. Let's get her out of the melee unit and let's add her to the ranged unit.
Say our
We
paths
exist
must
to avenge our
cross.
sisters. You have but to ask.
My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds have been built.
Now all these structures are invisible. Yay! Warp Spider Aspect Stone. Upgrade to make warp spiders. Warp spiders are awesome.
We are under enemy fire.
Let's see here. Let's make some Vipers.
1 minute.
Nightwing Regeneration
until
allows the
taking hold
Nightwing's
victory.
Wraithbone shell to draw energy unto itself from the webway. Nightwing's granted extremely quick regeneration. Which one's the Nightwing?
We hold the objective.
Prism, Viper, Nightwing. Okay. Sure. Let's see what a Nightwing can do. If I have enough time. Oh, I have 35 seconds till I win. Alright, so we're not going to see them.
30 seconds until take and
Let's see if we
hold
can see a
victory.
Viper real quick. Okay, we will be able to see a Viper real quick. Not in action, but... Oh, it's even counting down. So there we got a Viper. 2-man vehicle. Oh no, it's just 1 man. But extremely fast. And it chews up infantry. Alright. No war gear. Nothing special. We didn't do anything special. Remember, some of those requirements was like get 2,000 kills, which you don't get a lot of kills versus Necron. So that one's not going to happen until we fight something maybe like the Imperial Guard. Then we'll definitely get a lot of kills. Because the Imperial Guard is all about just fielding tons and tons and tons of cheap units. So no war gear. We just continue. We get victory. We get control. The Necrons can attack us in their turn, so I wonder if we could reinforce real quick. 200. We have 650 requisition. What would we want to reinforce with? Units? Or... Well, since it's a capture location, maybe we want units. And then so I can reinforce locations, expecting an attack, and then when I'm done defending it, I can just get them back. Alright, I'm okay with that. Or at least I think I can. Maybe once I get after this, maybe I can't refund them. Let's try it. Alright, let's go to reinforce. Oh, returns half the cost in planetary requisition. Alright, so we lost some. Wait, what if I do cancel? Yeah, got him back. Alright. So that now has a strength of 3. And my general's there. Oh, I did not mean to enter. Okay, well, we're gonna see if we get attacked. I actually wanted to go into the general and give her the honor guard. Oh, we didn't get an honor guard. Never mind. Because this location just gives us the web access to the web bay. My bad. This was the one I was thinking. For some reason I thought we took this one. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end the video right here. I don't know how long it's been going because my stopwatch on my phone malfunctioned and quit on me. So I'm going to save an Eldar save. I made a Tau and Sisters save because I was testing out audio and just refamiliarizing myself with controls. So we have the save right there, and I'll catch you guys later on another video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.